Alright, here hauling manure late afternoon this evening here for the horse farm around the corner from Dad's house again. That's what we do with it in the summer when I can't just spread it on the field. I just stockpile it down here and I'll spread it on our fields then. There's a mowed off or baled up all the oat straw that was off of this field and a bunch of lamb's quarters just to get it off the field to give alfalfa a better chance to come up. And it's a real crap hay, so we just dumped it there. Alright, I'll get out here and look at this hay field and the corn, and then we'll go down and look at the beans and the other hay field. The grass is coming up real good here, and you can see the lamb's quarters are coming up even better. A little bit of water hemp, but mowed it off once. The lamb's quarters had gotten about that tall, and mowed it off, cut them down, and they're coming back again, but I think we'll mow it again right before they go to seed with just a bush hog. Mow them off, get them killed, and hopefully that'll kill them and let the alfalfa have a jump on them next spring. You can see there's a few alfalfa plants coming. There's some, little one. Lamb's quarters there. This is about the worst spot right in here, so I wouldn't expect there to be a ton of alfalfa. So I don't know, we'll see. And it gets driven on and everything. You know, we try to stay off of it, but see, it's more alfalfa coming up, man. About here it starts looking pretty good. Still got a lot of freaking lamb's quarters. What we really should have done this year is so wet and weeds grew so good this year, and so did the crops, that we really should have just baled the oat straw and not let the weeds come up so much, along with and let the hay get a better jump on it. But live and learn. Normally we wouldn't have that problem, but it was just so wet this year that I let the oats stand a little too long and shaded things out. But the alfalfa's down in here too. Nasty plant. And I really shouldn't have put alfalfa back on alfalfa from last year, because there's a definite line right here where the old hay fields used to be more square, and we made it longer and skinnier. And there is a definite line where the hayfield was, and we just got thick stand alfalfa as soon as we get off this line. But you get over here, it's coming, so I think we'll probably go ahead and save the hayfield. Not chisel it up, I'll at least give it 1 year and see how it does. I always say to get alfalfa going, come out there with a disc and just kind of lightly disc it, and I've had half a mind to do that, which I might try that next fall if it don't take off too much. But you can see about right here, all of a sudden our taller stuff is, to get in the shorter stuff here where the old hay field was, and you can really good stand alfalfa. So I think you do got to take it out of production every now and then and row crop it. We should have done that probably. I want to go ahead and row crop it and get all the weeds killed and get some tillage done on it again. I'm a fan of tillage, if you can't tell. chisel it in the fall and work it twice in the spring, and you'll eliminate any weeds, make a pretty darn good seed bed. But I know there's some other guys, you know, got sandier soils that don't need to chisel it at least, and they get by. But the ground around here packs pretty well with all the silt loam soils and whatnot. Got a fair amount of clay and organic matter in them that they just need to be ripped open. Water hemp. Well, step out here and take a look at the corn here. A lot of the corn, ours hadn't done any of it yet. I think these leaves got kind of wind whipped here. It's been kind of windy past week. Had 3.5 inches of rain, which ain't much from what I've been hearing, what other people have had. But a lot of the corn I've heard is starting to die from the top down, which means it had almost too much water this year, and probably a little bit of a lack of nitrogen. It's firing a little bit, but nothing you can do about it. Too late to change that. Luckily none of our fields have had that problem yet. Step in here and we'll pull. That's probably about an average year right here. Alright, you're done. You're not gonna take everybody else's nutrients now. I just took your ear. You can see it's tipped clear out to the end there. Pretty good sized kernels. Pretty good size ear. Milk line's still about halfway up the kernel there. We got another field that's probably 2/3 of the way down. We got 1/3 of the way up on the milk line. You can almost see that there. It's about right there. Heard when you get down, when the milk line gets down, you get to black layer, or the milk line's gone, I think is when that is. Well, maybe not, because there's the, I can't remember on that. It's been a couple of years since I was in school for that. It's getting close to black layer. But anyway, get down to black layer, say it's about 35%. We got one field that's probably getting real close to black layer, and when it gets to black layer, we'll when it gets, or it's probably getting close, and we got or some of the elevators will offer half rate drying, and so we'll probably go ahead and do that field when they do that, because that's the one that's got the high yield corn plot in it. And we will take that field out, and then it'll just depend on how dry stuff is where we go from there. I'm thinking we're going to have to mud the crop out, or mud some of it out this year. Dad's not, he's hoping not, he's not sure yet. He thinks we're in for a dry spell now since it's been so wet. But this year was about like 2009, and it was real wet around here, had low prices and good yields, and not just wet the whole year like it's been this year. So I think that we're gonna have a wetter year, or a wetter fall. Dad thinks it'll be dry. Hopefully it'll be dry, but you die out there. Stupid plants, stupid button weeds. But we'll see. Yesterday and today's been a real nice day. Low humidity, about 80 degrees out, and can't ask for much better weather than that. Stay like that year round. Drive down there, look at the other hay field and the beans. By the time we do start doing corn, we'll probably still be at least a week out on the beans, I imagine. Or a week and a half. The only group 3 beans we have are Roundup beans, and they're or some later planted ones anyways, so might not be a little later before they're ready anyways. They haven't started to turn yellow yet. They always say about 3 weeks from after when they turn yellow they'll be about ready. Well, you can see the alfalfa's coming back nice. It's about a foot tall already. It's going to be a beautiful fourth cutting, not a ton of grass, just nice small stemmed alfalfa. I call the goat farm, buys all our extra hay and sell it to them. I'm sure they'll want it. Beans are tall. Pod, the only problem is the nodes aren't terribly close together, but that's just the way, that's usually what happens when you have a wet year and things grow fast, is the beans aren't terribly, you can almost hurt your yield. Beans like a halfway drier year though. Bunch of 3 bean, 2 beans down low. There's a 4 beaner. Yeah, it's 2s and 3s. I don't think we'll have record bean yields this year. I don't know about the corn. It'll probably be really good, but the beans, I think they're going to be more average. But anyway. I've had a couple 5 bean pods last year, but we had some pretty good bean yields last year. This year is a little different. But overall, they're still looking pretty good. And I imagine, see, today's the 21st of August, 21st or 22nd of August. Probably mow this, come about the first week of September. See what the forecast looks like. I'll grow some more here. But anyway, things are pretty good, and I think I'm probably around I can't remember if I said it already, probably around the 10th to the 15th of September we'll start shelling corn. Do that corn plot first, and like I said, I just have to see on the drying how things are going. Well, the 9700 out, do that plot, and then when we're done with it, if beans will go right away, then we'll go ahead and switch it over to beans. Or put both the combines on beans and start cutting. Hopefully we can get back on the cattle pen this next week, or this week here, today's Monday. Get back on the cattle pen and get a good amount done on it, since we got 9700 about finished up. feel like this corn here, these guys, I've seen some other fields there, and these guys starting to die out in the top of the plant there. Might hurt test weight a little bit, but we've had a little bit of hail this summer 2 or 3 times. That doesn't help the leaves any. I don't think we had any this past go around this past week, but or at least not that I noticed any. But well, I think that'll about do it here. See what I had the video next later in the week here. Might do the 9700 overview next after this one. So, and I got to work on the John Deere a little more. So, anyway, thanks for watching.